So marketing communication can be measured in a number of different ways. Oftentimes ministries and organizations are afraid to put any kind of analytics on things because they feel like somehow that's not spiritual. But for me, I think, again, it's stewardship. I always like the parable that Jesus told in Matthew 25, where he definitely measured. He gave, as the parable goes, he gave one person 1 talent, another person 2 talents, and another person 5 talents. And when he came back, the landowner measured and said, "What did you do with the 2? Well, you turned it into 4. Well done, good and faithful servant." What I think is so interesting about that is he went to the person who had the 5 and he said, "What did you do?" And he turned it into 5. He said, "Well done, good and faithful servant." It's interesting to me that they didn't have the same amount, and they didn't even produce the same results, but they both got the same reward because they were faithful with what they were given. But they did get measured. And so from a marketing communication standpoint, measuring things like if you have emails, measuring your open rates, measuring if you do webinars, what's your participation. You can go out on the internet and find industry standards for those things. Measuring what kind of response do I get from my emails if I ask for a request. Measuring how many donors do I have from a base. Not in the sense that David did the census and counted and made God angry. But the reality is if you have an organization and all of your if a significant amount of the money you're raising is coming from 3 donors, you put your organization at risk. And for me, that's not good stewardship. You want to make sure you're always expanding your base because, as I said in an earlier question, the person who today may give you 500, 10 years from now, maybe the person that gives you 50,000 because they believe in your ministry and now have different resources, either because they have an inheritance or because they've maybe found a different position in life from a financial standpoint. So you always want to be measuring, and you don't use that measurement as a reason to be punitive. You use that measurement as a way to get better, and then you are always trying to make things better. Because as I said, I think that's just good stewardship.